I want to point. I want you guys to take a look at this house, which was built during the British Mandate period. Now, you guys already know why it's not covered with exactly with stones. It's during the strike. That tells you that this house was built between 1936 and 1939. But look at that house on the other side. If you can please like it when I'm coming. This gorgeous house was built in the 20s, 1928. One of the first houses in Rahabvia. What is going on? I mean, who agreed to let someone build such a, well, definitely a nice house, but
the white one.
Not, yes, the white, but not with the white, with the Jerusalemite stone, and as you can see, therefore no British crown. What is going on? So this house belonged and was built by a very famous guy in Jerusalem back then. I'm sure you've never heard of him, and if you have, so I'm impressed. Dov Yosef, who was very famous with his original name, Brenner Joseph. He was from South Africa. He came to Israel and he became very, very famous at the end of the British Mandate period, where the siege over Jerusalem started during the war, and there was no food and no water in the city, and he was chosen to be in charge of making sure Jerusalem does not starve to death because of the lack of food. And he managed to do it so well, count all the food that we had, give only permission to 2 bakeries to work when there is not enough fuel for everyone. That was Angel and Berman. And he opened all the water cisterns that were closed in Nachlaot in order to take the water, and he saved Jerusalem. And therefore, after the establishment of the state of Israel at the times of Betzena, how would you say Tzena? No, there was another word. When we didn't have any food, any nothing, and everything was very strict.
Austerity.
Austerity?
That's austerity.
I think you're right. I think I heard that before.
Austerity.
Yes, and he was the one who gave out this. I took it from my late grandmother, before she was. So just it was of course much smaller. Just to show you how it looked. Every family would have like a little ticket saying that this little note will give you 7 eggs for a whole family. There were 7 kids for a specific week. As you can see, it was September 1948. Or you can have 400 grams of margarine, very good to your health, obviously, for this. And this is how he managed to hold Jerusalem. It was really impressive. So I'm saying all this because we're talking about a person who was so good at holding everything tight. Come on, I mean, where do you live? What is going on? So he built the house in the 20s. I'm saying this because people were very upset at him. Whoever came to Rahabvia and saw this were like, what? He does not give us any food and he lives here. Well, he built this house 20 years earlier. How come he didn't have to put stones over it? This is really interesting. I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you. When Rahabvia was established, the British were not sure whether they're going to include the neighborhood as part of the municipal part of the city. I know it's weird. I mean, we're like very close to downtown Jerusalem, but I want to remind you that downtown was just established, right? So it took them a while. Only at the end of the 20s, 1928, 9, the decision was to include Rahabvia. So ever since that, no one was allowed to build without stone. But here, it was just built before. And I'm saying this because, guys, it's important to say that Kiryat Moshe, that I just mentioned,
Also.
and Bet Kerem and Talpiot were not part of Jerusalem. They had to pay by themselves to paving the roads and planting the trees and everything. It was expensive, and it was but all their taxes went to the neighborhood. It's a very interesting that it happened here. Here's just a funny story. Talpiot definitely, Bet Kerem. They were too far. That's why, by the way, if you walk around Bet Kerem, you see lots of houses like this. I mean, you could save money. You don't have to build with a stone. So here's a funny story that I was told here. I was here with a group of very old Israelis, and when I was talking about Dov Yosef, and one of the ladies said, yes, he was the one that everybody said that he's a lucky man because there's not a single woman in the country who does not mention him at least once a day, including Imach Shmo, he should be dead, we hate him forever, but his name wasn't. But here's a funny story that I was told here. So somebody told me that his father told him this story. His father worked at the office of the Tzena. What was that word again?
Austerity.
Austerity. Okay, so they have their office, and everyone was there at the office. All the workers, 7 o'clock sharp in the morning. But there was this guy who would come every morning at 7:30. Everybody was really upset. I mean, come on, these are harsh times. People don't have food, they don't have work, and you come whenever you want. One of them went to Dov Yosef and told him that there's this guy coming at 7:30. Voila! Dov Yosef sent him a letter saying, please be in my office tomorrow morning at 7. Okay. Next morning, the guy appears, stands there in the office. Dov Yosef goes asking him, listen, the guys here in the office say that although you're supposed to be like everyone at the office at 7, you come here at 7:30. What is it? So the guy starts to to blush and to mumble, and he goes, I'll tell you the truth, I'm very embarrassed, but I'll tell you the thing is this. We're a big family. And because it's the Tzena, and what's the word again? I'll never Austerity, thank you. We don't have toilet paper, and the newspaper only arrives at 7. So we're all sharing the hard to come before. So Dov Yosef says, okay, but wait, how did you come here this morning at 7? Huh? So he goes, I had your letter. It's a true story or not, I don't care, it's a nice story anyway.